Hola y bienvenidos a otro episodio de Spanglish Por Favor. You can find us on TikTok and Instagram @Spanglish Por Favor. Ahí nos pueden mandar sus requests o las opiniones de los topics that we talk about. Hola y bienvenidos a otro episodio de Spanglish Por Favor. This is your girl Mary
and Carolina.
Yes. Hey girl, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. It's been a minute since we last recorded. It's been 3 weeks to be exact.
Okay.
A lot of things happened in
A
3
lot.
weeks. So spill the tea.
Well, I've had a busy 3 weeks. I unfortunately had to go to a funeral.
Oh,
So that wasn't nice. My aunt passed away, I'm gonna say like 2 weeks ago. But where I'm getting this is she passed away from cancer, and I want to just tell everybody to go get checked. She passed from breast cancer, so I actually called today and I made my appointment to go get checked because that honestly scared me. Yeah, it scared me.
Just in case.
So just a reminder to all the ladies, anybody, honestly, just go get checked, please.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I just had my scare in April. We talked about
Yes.
it on the last podcast, and honestly, I went in and I did a full checkup for everything. I was freaking out. I was going crazy. I'm just gonna say what it was. It was a cyst. I've never had a cyst before in my life, so I didn't know what it was. At first I thought I was pregnant. Then I started, once they told me what it could potentially be, I started like researching and looking online, and you go to Google kills you.
Mm-hmm.
So I was tripping out. I was really tripping out. I was like, oh my God, what if I need like a surgery? It was a crazy trip. So ladies, if you guys haven't been to the doctor lately, make sure that you guys go to the doctor, get checked.
too.
Pap smear, men too. My husband.
The kings and queens.
Yes.
Please go get checked.
My husband actually will not go. I've been trying to get him to go for like years, and he's like, I'm not trying to go to the doctors. And I'm like, oh my God. So what if you die? He's like,
Yeah.
we got life insurance.
You
and
know-
I'm like, dude.
You know what stopped me from going to the doctor for a minute is because I personally don't have insurance. So
I
it would
don't
have to be cash pay,
Yeah.
But like I remember you were asking me like, hey,
Mhm.
what doctor do you recommend? And I was like telling you a couple, but it's really hard to like
Mhm.
find a good doctor that you can.
It's hard and it can be expensive.
Yes.
When I used to work at the bank, we had insurance, so it was really easy to be like, no me siento bien, voy al doctor.
Yeah.
Esta vez it took me actually 2 weeks to go in, and I was like literally dying. And finally I was like, you know what? My life matters more than whatever a couple hundreds
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to spend, and I spent about almost $1,000
Yeah,
through the whole process.
I'm sure.
But I'd rather have a peace of mind and know that I'm okay.
For your babies.
Health wise, heck yeah.
Because now we don't only just think about ourselves, I
Yeah.
feel like now that I'm a mother, I'm way more miedosa. I'm afraid of everything now.
Yes.
Like before I'd be like, yeah, let's go bungee jumping. Hell no, you guys will not catch me bungee jumping because no. I have a kid to think
Yes.
about. He's my life, so.
It's crazy. Just your whole life changes when you have kids, and your priorities change and things like that change. I do want to send out a shout out, girl. I know that you're live on your IG. What's your IG?
At Carol_M.
And I am also live on my TikTok, @Mary Wagner, or @Mary Wagner, for those of you guys that want to follow me. So yeah, I just want to send out a quick shout out. We do have our moderators on my TikTok. We have Mota, for sure, I know, but we do also have Blanca, and we also have Marilu. So if you guys see them on the comments, and Adija as well, if you guys see them on the comments, those are moderators. Les mando besitos. Muchas gracias por apoyarnos y por ayudarnos. But yeah, it's been a minute, girl. In these last 3 weeks, I took my kids to Universal Studios.
Ooh.
That was fun.
Oh.
I love Universal Studios.
Did your kid meet his love of his life?
No.
Please
So-
tell everybody who he is obsessed with.
So my 4-year-old is in love with Hermione from Harry Potter. And he's in love with this girl.
Okay, but when she told me, I literally told Mary, I'm like, Mary, he loves her because she obviously has like wild curly hair, and I was like, hello, like, I'm like, you know, and I always tell her like, they say that like your kids, your sons are always like falling in love with,
someone that reminds them of their
Yes.
mom, their looks or their actions, their how they behave, their traits and things like that. But yeah, he actually did tell me. We were talking one day, and he was like, oh, Hermione just looks like you. And I was like, no, she doesn't. But then he was like,
Like,
yeah,
no,
the
sure.
hair. And I was like, oh, God, didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
So he's like super in love with this girl. Obviously, she wasn't there. I think he thought because his birthday was at the beginning of the month and he requested for his birthday to go to Universal Studios. So yo creo él pensó que iba a ser como Disney where the characters are walking around, which there is some characters, pero obviamente no van a tener a Harry Potter Armani. Or at least I've never seen him there. So he didn't get to meet her, but we did spend a lot of time, our majority of the day, nos la pasamos in the Harry Potter section. And we ate at the restaurant. He swore that he was, you know,
like in the the floating candles and stuff.
Yeah, so we had so much fun. It was hot. Oh my God, guess who I saw?
Who? You know which one?
Yes, I saw Evan Ross. Yes, what a sexy ass. So he was on the phone. That's why I didn't approach him. I didn't ask for a picture. Otherwise, I would have been like, oh God. You know, I probably would have not even asked. I would have just did it. He was on the phone. Huh?
I get really weird. Like, I've seen. Like,
I never asked.
Dude, one time when I was at. I know this is off topic, but before I forget, se me olvida todo. Every time, like, if I don't say it, like, when I think about it, I forget it, you know? But one time when I was working at MAC Cosmetics, Britney Spears goes in and, like, buys. It was, like, I remember, it's a Studio Fix powder in C4, okay? And I was like.
Remembers.
And I, like, ring her up and everything, but, like.
It's super weird to ask for pictures. I remember the only person, or the only two people, or three people, I'm lying now. The only three people I've ever asked pictures to was Rob Kardashian. I asked him a picture way before they even became like a thing.
Rob?
Like, dude, he was the sweetest.
Okay, fine.
Like, he was the sweetest guy ever. Andaba con las twins and some other girls.
Twins?
Yeah. Las amigas de Chloe.
Oh, okay.
Malika.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Yeah, the twins. And then the other one was, ¿cómo se llama? I don't remember his name anymore. It's this old rapper. I got a picture with him, and then there was this girl that was in a reality show, like at the beginning when reality shows first started, like around the world. Ya ni me acuerdo cómo se llamaba. Yeah, some shit like that. But I asked her for a picture, dude, and I was like crazy busy at the time. I was a supervisor, and I was like crazy busy. And she was so sweet because I told her, just go. I'm sorry, I'm just really busy. I'm not good. Because I asked her for a picture when I started helping her. Mm-hmm. And I told her, do your shopping when you're done. You know, if you don't mind, I would love a picture. She was like, yeah, absolutely. So we rung her up. Se paró ahí y le dije, I'm so sorry. I'm like crazy busy. I don't have time right now. Why don't you just you know, you can go. Okay. But thank you so much for waiting. I'm not even lying. This girl waited almost an hour to take a picture with me. Like, I fell in love with her. I looked her up recently. No me acuerdo su nombre, but I looked her up recently a couple months ago, and she's like has a whole family and everything.
Oh, good for her.
Like, oh my gosh, so sweet. So I want to be like that when I become famous. I want to be sweet.
You want to say hi.
Pero luego también me pongo a pensar, you know, these people are so used to people just randomly walking up to them and talking to them and asking to, you know, pictures from them. I remember I was watching an interview for Aisha Curry.
Okay.
And she was saying how some fans, they were pumping gas and some fans, you know, ran up to her husband and they were asking for pictures. And a lady literally went into their car to record their babies.
Oh, no.
And Aisha was like, excuse me, ma'am, not in here. You know, Curry is out there. Like, you guys can talk to him out there. And she was like, bitch, you know what you sign yourself up for. And I was like, oh, hell no. Like, I don't know how I would react if someone...
TMC would record your...
Like, that's fucked up. Girl, curse. It's
okay.
alright. We'll be alright. This is for adults, not for children. But if children are watching, do not curse.
I don't think so.
Just kidding. But yeah. So I say that I would want to say hi to everyone. I know that recently, one of my, I don't like to call them followers. I'm gonna call her one of my rebeldes from TikTok. She came in town and she hit me up. She wanted to see me, and al último no se hizo. No sé si porque she changed her mind, or it was because I kept changing the location. So that night I was gonna go out with my friends, and I was like, you know what? Why don't you come hang out with my friends, have a good time with us? And she said okay. And then I was like, sorry, not this place, that place. I'm sorry, not that place, this place. Because my friends were changing the place. So I don't know if she just felt like I was trying to ghost her. But girl, if you're watching, if you watch this. Boo, I was not trying to do that. I really wanted to meet you. So if you come back in town, let me know. I will you just have to let me know in advance.
Yes.
Let me know in advance because I'm a mom. I work. I have kids. I do a lot of things. And for those of you guys that don't know, I'm starting to be a content creator for small businesses locally here in town. So that's a business that I'm starting. So I do stay super busy. So if you ever watch this, I wasn't trying to ghost you or dish you. I would love to meet you. But yeah, a lot of things, you know, a lot going on. En este podcast quería hablar de la importancia because recently I posted a video of my son. I don't think I debated about posting it. I don't like to like post a whole bunch of things at once, so I kind of hold on to certain things. Mm-hmm. And I posted a video of my son's ceremony. So he had a ceremony. Not a graduation, it was le llamaron una promotion ceremony where he goes from 5th grade to 6th grade. I think the reason they did that is because he goes to a school that goes all the way up to like 8th grade. Mm-hmm. So he's not gonna know what it's like to go from like elementary to like a middle school. So they did a little ceremony. It was really, really nice. I was super proud of him. I made a huge deal about it. I took a lot of pictures, a lot of videos, and then at the end we ended up taking them out to eat. Mm-hmm. And then I posted the video and I tagged it, you know, when you're a first gen and you know the importance of celebrating every one of our kids' accomplishments, milestones. Because unfortunately for me, I didn't have that. I know for you it was a little bit different, right? Yes. You had your mom, but for me to be quite honest, the only graduations I remember my mom going to was my 8th grade graduation and my high school graduation. Outside of that, every certificate that I got, every ceremony that I was a part of, I used to do debate classes in high school, so I used to debate against other schools. I was pretty good, by the way. I bet do. Yes. As an area, I was like, but I had a lot of fun with that. I enjoyed that. That was actually one of my favorite classes, and I would wish my mom was there to see because I was really good. I'm not trying to say it just because it's me, but I was. And you can ask my husband if you don't believe me. I am the best argumentative person ever, okay? I will come to you with facts. So I wish she was there, and now that I have my kids, even the most simplest thing, I want to celebrate. Yeah. As a first gen. For you didn't have that. For you, your mom was there. Yes, my mom was always there. My mom, for any concerts, like choir concerts or our plays, or even if my mom wasn't there, like my older sister would make it because she was at work. But while my mom wasn't working and she was a stay-at-home mom, like she dedicated, like until we were like, I feel a little bit older, she started working, and that's when she couldn't make it to a lot of things, but because she was working. But when that wasn't the case, my older sister would step in and we had someone to be there. Yes, okay. So the only person that I don't remember ever making it, unless it was like our graduation, like you said, was like my dad. My dad was always just too tired, or which is fine. Busy. It's fine. Yeah, but I mean, it happens, especially for our parents that they had to work. I know we hustle. I know we work a lot, but it's very different for our parents. Us as first gen, we know the language. We muchos nacieron aquí, tienen papeles. Otros no, pero tienen DACA, oportunidades que muchos de nuestros padres no tuvieron. Entonces, fue muy diferente para ellos. Para mi mamá trabajaba en el fin. Tenía su tienda aparte. She used to call it a 99-cent store, but it wasn't a 99-cent store, girl. We didn't have 99 in there. It was like 99 and more. Tenía un daycare y también vendía tamales. Hay veces lo que hacía, because I was like basically her right hand. I used to help her all the time. With her daycare, I used to help her take care of the kids. You were the oldest daughter. I was the oldest, so I basically would pick up a lot of like the work that she couldn't do. I was like her backbone to everything. So on the weekends, sometimes she would leave me at the store, en la tienda con mis hermanas, y ella llenaba su troca. And when I tell you she would fill up her truck, she used to have an SUV. So she would fill it all up with things from the store, and she would go knocking from door to door and be like, hey, do you guys need bleach? Do you guys need like dish soap? Like, I got you, like all of that. If she knew that school was getting ready to start, she would fill up her truck with school supplies and uniforms, because uniforms were a big thing in our neighborhood. And she would go knocking doors, and she would do that. So she was a hustler, and she was always working. If she didn't show up, it wasn't because she didn't want to. It was more, no puedo. Yeah. In which I had to understand. And now that my kid is a little older and he's going to school, now I'm just like, okay, I have to make this a priority no matter what. Yeah. I don't want him to feel the way I felt, even though I understood it. I still felt like every accomplishment I had wasn't really celebrated. And a lot of times those things were more like, well, you have to get straight A's.
Yep.
You have to get a certificate.
Yep.
You have to do this. And I'm really big on education, but I'm also really big on, like, if you need a mental break, I'm so down for it. If my son tells me, Mom, today my anxiety or I'm feeling super drained, tampoco me verá la cara de pendeja, you know?
Yeah.
Pero I am really big on, okay, you want to stay home today? I got you, stay home. I know that a lot of parents, you know, your kid has to go to school every day. You can't miss a day of school. But I put myself in his shoes. For example, as an adult, if you don't feel like going to work and calling out sick, you do it. ¿Quién te dice que no? You know what I mean? If you feel like taking a few days off, you do it. ¿Quién te dice que no? Yeah, so why not for my son? I'm really big on that. And I know some parents are probably going to be like, girl, what the hell?
No, it should be like that, though.
I do that for him.
If
I want him
we don't
to
have our
understand.
kids back, and we don't tell them. I mean, our parents didn't tell us about like mental health at all either. So
At
now
all.
it's our generation to like, you know,
it's up to us
talk
to
to them.
figure it out and teach our kids. I talk a lot about mental health with my son. I suffer a lot from anxiety and from depression, and I see traits on my son, and I talk to him about it, and sometimes I see him struggle with it, and like, you know, I try to tell him, you don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you need to learn to just step back and chill. If you're doing something y no te está saliendo bien, no tienes por qué enojarte, no tienes por qué decir, oh, I'm no good, you know, shit like that. Because that's how I was growing up. I was so hard on myself, and it's like, no, sometimes you just need a quick break. Girl, this whole week has been, you know, cuando dicen, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
That was you all week?
The entire week. I missed meetings. I was late to meetings at work. Even my own shit. It was, I've never had it for this long. You know, you have 1 or 2 days.
Something's retrograding.
I'm just like, damn it. And I don't really know what it is that's bothering me. But I'm just like, okay, I need to figure this out. Stop being so hard on yourself. You'll be fine.
You need a night out.
I do. Take me out. We just went out, but we didn't go out.
No,
I was there for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Carol took me to...
Cerveza.
O me le pegué, más bien dicho.
Es?
Me le pegué.
It's fine. I'm always there. Everybody knows I'm always there.
Me le pegué to Cerveza. That's a local business, by the way, guys. If you guys want to go check it out. It's chill place. Tienen live music.
Not always.
Not always?
No, not always.
They
You
had
just got
live
lucky.
music that day.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. That was the second time I went. The first time I went is when I met another entrepreneur, small business
Oh, you told me
owner.
about it.
The owner, Lupita, the owner of Café Meslan. She's going to kill me because I probably said it wrong. But I met her there for a little bit, her and her friend, and it was pretty cool.
Nice.
And I actually liked the drinks. I didn't think I was going to because I'm not a beer person.
Yeah, they have
They're pretty
things
good.
for everything, for everybody, you know?
Yeah.
Beer. They have really good palomas too.
Well, I don't know about like strong drinks. I don't think I can do that. But the beers I can
The
definitely.
micheladas.
Lo voy a poner aquí.
Yeah.
Mixtear.
Yeah.
But the micheladas, I love micheladas. That day I had a mango michelada. I really wasn't feeling it. But I don't know if it was just because I was in a weird mood. But the second drink I had was the nectarine. No me acuerdo. But it was really good, and I was kind of buzzed. I wanted to stay, but I had shit to do.
Yes.
I took my kids. You did stay. You stayed how long?
No, not until it closed, but
No.
I was there for a minute.
La corrieron.
Me corrieron. Siempre me corren de ahí. I'm like over here barriendo and shit.
Ya de una vez ponte a trabajar.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did have a couple questions,
Yes.
and we'll answer or give our opinion. Guys, by the way, you guys can send us your questions, or if you need a consejo.
Yes.
We're not experts, we're not the best, but we'll give you nuestra muy humilde
Opinion.
opinion, yeah. Which we have no problem doing.
Yes.
So you guys can send that to our Instagram page, Spanglish por favor. Make sure you guys follow us. Make sure you guys give us a like. Make sure that you guys are interacting with our posts. We really appreciate it. We try to do the same for the people that we follow back. We try to follow most people back, by the way. And you can always send us your questions there, or you can send us topics and things like that. So there's a topic that I want to bring up first. And I want your opinion on it because you are a single mom. So this is
Mhm.
something that you have to deal with.
Yes.
The topic is, am I the only one who has it hard as a Latina working mom, juggling work, kids, and a family when family members are judgmental? So the context of this question is, I would love to hear your opinion or opinions about how hard it is to be a Latina working mom, always getting judged by your family because you leave your child with grandma or a babysitter, pursuing your career but also trying to raise a family. I want to know if there's more women struggling out there. They're trying to balance both.
I feel like this is a perfect question for me.
I
Because,
know.
I feel like anytime I leave my kid anywhere that he's not with his dad, I feel guilty just leaving him, even if it's for work, right? But recently, I'm gonna bring this up, and not just because I'm talking crap or anything, but just because it's a good topic to talk about, and I feel like people will relate. There was one time that my mom was having a hard time with me working. Okay, so I pick up my son Saturdays after I'm done with work. He's with his dad. He should be with his dad on Saturdays, todo el día, right? So there was a point where my mom would watch him in the mornings, which it was in my days, and she would always like hustle me, like, what time are you gonna get off? ¿A qué hora te vas a salir del trabajo? Mind you, I was working. I wasn't partying. I was at work, right? And she made it such a big deal to the point where we were like bumping heads.
Mm.
And I basically told her, I was like, ¿cuál es tu pedo que ando trabajando? Like, what is your problem, right? Because yo no te pido dinero a ti. I never ask you for money, right? And I don't ask his dad for money. So what is the issue here? Because I'm by myself and I have to provide for me and my kid. So at that point, it is hard, but any judgment you get, just brush it off. Because you have to do what you have to do regardless.
Right. I 100% agree. I thought it was a perfect question for you
Yes.
because you do deal with that. I luckily don't have to deal with that, but one of my sisters does. And, you know, she put herself through school. She was working a full-time job, so she was gone a lot of the time. And unfortunately, it sucks. Because, you know, the kids obviously sufren no mirar a su mamá, they la extrañan, lloran mucho, a veces no se portan bien por eso, and things like that. And it really, I think it bothered me a lot when I found out that, you know, my mom was also a little upset about the fact that, you know, she's always gone and things like that. But it's like, you know, she's not doing it because she's partying, she's out with her friends, she's out doing drugs, she's out living her best life. She's doing it because she has to do it for her kids.
But also, too, like your mom used to do it and las dejaba, and you would take care of your sisters, you know? What is the difference with dejándote a ti con tus
I never even thought of
hermanas?
that. I never even thought
What
of
is
that.
the difference now with you, like, leaving, your mom leaving you with your hermanas and you're here raising them, than, like, for me to live my kid, like, you know, like, why is it different for her now that your sister's working, but she's actually, like, leaving it to your mom?
Right.
Like, what's even...
Like, there's no difference there, you know. I honestly love my mom. I stopped talking to her for a lot of years because I'm a firm believer of cutting toxic family off, whether it's temporary or para siempre. So I did stop talking to her for a long time because there's a lot of things that she did wrong as a mother. She's not perfect. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't think I'm a perfect mom. But one thing that I have learned is that I look at everything that my mom did wrong, and I make sure that I don't make the same mistakes. I know I'm going to make mistakes. Exactly.
Well, we try at least, right?
We try
to do a little bit better.
Yes, and you know, we're going to make mistakes regardless. There's no such thing as a perfect mom or a perfect person. But what I don't want to do is the same mistakes that, you know, my mom made with us or still makes with us. I honestly, with my kids, have kids, bring them to me. If you and your wife are hustling so that you guys can do better, have better yourselves, better your family, why in the fucking world would I not want to watch my grandbabies? You know, like, it's so hard, and it's so hard to get this through, like, our older generation, porque lo miran como, you're taking advantage of me, and things like that. And I completely understand, especially if you're one of those moms that is leaving your kids with your parents or grandparents just so that you can go out and live your life. Te voy a corregir porque ya sé lo que me vas a decir. when my sister goes out, I completely understand her. But there's those, I'm talking about the women or the parents who literally no se hacen cargo de sus hijos.
Eso es diferente. That's a totally different topic here.
Completely different.
Yes.
So I totally understand if it was that. But if it's because your daughter or
it's
your
working,
son,
providing.
exactly. And if they're working all the time, like I see my sister now, you know, she took a quick little break from school before she goes back again because she was on it for years. And so during that time, she was going to school, she was working full time, and keeping her kids all the time. Y cuando le decía a mi mom, hey, my friends invited me out for a drink, it'll be just a few hours. My mom
Dude, that's literally me with my mom.
Oh,
like
God.
I'd rather not, like, no me inviten. Si tengo and my friends already know. Like, if I have my kid certain nights, like, ellas no me, they don't hit me up, like, they know. Or, like, if they hit me up, I tell them, like, hey, I have Ollie. Like, I'd rather not even ask my mom to watch my kid because she makes me feel so guilty.
And it sucks.
So
it
guilty.
really sucks. You know, talking to my sister recently, you know, she was like, now her baby's dad is in the picture now, and I'm so happy about it. Not for him.
No, because she can get more help.
Yes.
And what better help than the dad, like the dad help, like el papá de sus hijos ayudándole, you know, like.
Yeah,
you know?
it's the best thing. So I'm really happy. I know that she still has to deal with him because when you're the father of your kid is still in your life because of the kids, you still gotta deal with their shit.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I'm just happy for her because, like, yesterday she was telling us, girls, today's my only day off and I feel so guilty because I want to go get my kids. And I'm like, bitch, no, do not go get your kids. You're going to see your kids on los días que te tocan a ti. Right now, enjoy your day. Sleep in, clean your house, do your laundry, go out for a drink, do something for yourself. Do not feel guilty. Do not feel like you're being a bad mom simply because you're not.
Sometimes I notice, like, the days that I don't have my kid, I literally work all day, and then obviously cuando tienes un día largo de trabajo, you want to go have a beer, you want to darte una distraída, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I like, if I go, like, example, I'm always a cerveza, right? Because it's literally 2 minutes away from where I work.
Yes, she is,
and
by the way.
my friends own that place, and I love that spot, so whenever I go, even if I go by myself, like, I just feel like I don't need to go with anybody, and I just need to distress. Like, esa es mi tiempo para mí, and I still get judged by people. They'll be like, you're there again? Or, you know, I don't know. And I'm like, but they don't know that whole, like, what I went through, like,
throughout the week.
Yeah, they don't know that I stayed
at
home. Like, los días que tengo a mi niño, I swear, like, me quedo en la casa con él, or, you know, stuff like that.
I've learned to just let things resbalar.
Oh, yeah. Ya me vale.
Yeah, like, I really don't care what people think or say. Honestly,
so basically,
because people are always going to say something.
So basically, like, the end story to this, for this question is, si no te andan pagando los biles, si no te andan ayudando, who fucking cares?
Yes. Mándalos a la chingada.
I'm sorry, but honestly, even if it's your family, like, you kind of have to, if you're an adult, they need to start treating you like one. Like, I understand with my mom, like, lately, I have been a little bit of different of, like, our dynamic has changed ever since I left my ex-partner, you know? And I don't know if she's, like, bitter about it, but whatever. Our dynamic has changed, right? But I realized that even though she's my mom, she still had to talk to me like an adult. Because ya soy adulta. Yo ya no,
you don't depend on her, like, financially or anything like that. I think, you know, our mom's generation, they're so used to que los generation que están más y más viejos, los parents siempre los controlaban. Como mi mamá a veces se les salen historias donde, like, my grandma would still have a say in her life. And I was like, why? You're fucking grown. Like, why did she, you know, I can respect grandma or mom that you decide to live like this and that this is how you want to live your life, but that doesn't mean you're gonna come and tell me how I'm gonna live my life. Are you gonna come pay these bills? Are you gonna, like, no, you're not. Are you? Okay, well then.
Y dijeras, ay, es que me ayuda muchísimo con mi niño.
Sí.
Like, my mom does help me whenever she can, pero sometimes when she does help me, like, she gives me, like a little stink eye, you know? So,
stink eye.
Yeah, like today I literally had to tell her I'm gonna go on a trip. Oh, my Chicago trip that we talked about
God,
it.
Yes.
It's I'm leaving on Monday, and I was like, I literally had to tell her, like, Mom, I had to beg her. I'm like, Mom, por favor, on Sunday I need to get some things done. Like, can you please watch my kid? But just the fact that I had to beg her for her to be like, you know?
You know, and that really sucks. It really sucks because you're like, dude, I'm just doing something for myself. Y ella puede decir, pues yo nunca tuve, yo no, mi mom decía mucho, pues yo aquí, yo acá. And I was like, yeah, that was you though. That was you, this is
And
me.
life's so different before.
Yeah.
Like, life is so much more fast paced and, like, it's so different.
Es mucha diferencia. Cada generación es súper diferente. Ya me imagino cómo va a ser la generación de nuestros hijos. It's just being open-minded. Con mi suegra, con ella, honestly, yo o su hijo le decimos, we're dropping the kids off, and she'll just say, okay. Like, but then my kids are calling me.
Pero tus no los mira todo el tiempo
No.
because she's out of state, so.
Sí, es cierto, no los mira todo el tiempo, so it's easier for her to be like, yeah, sure, drop them off.
I'm sure if I was out of state too, like, I'm like, okay, mom, te voy a dejar los niños. I mean, el niño, you know, he's out, voy a
I'm gonna go have a good time. Okay, la segunda pregunta. How long is enough to let a friend borrow a password to an entertainment app? So the context of this question is, I let a friend borrow my Netflix password more than a year ago. It's been so long I had forgotten I gave him the password. Recently, I reset my password because I bought a new device and I had forgotten my password. Same day, I get a text from my friend asking if he can get the new updated password. I gave him the password, but I feel some type of way because it's mind-boggling that he would have the audacity to ask for the password after having a free ride for this long. Am I overthinking this, or am I right for feeling some type of way? How do you feel before I give my opinion?
Tu humilde
Muy humilde opinion.
Okay, I guess it just depends because I feel like if it was like my best friend, go ahead, bitch, get my password, you know? Or if it was like my sister, like I'd be, girl, give me your password, right? Pero si es como nomás un amigo que, it's like, you know, a lo mejor you guys were really close before, and then I don't know where you guys like stop. Like, no son as close, then I would feel maybe some type of way because it's like, yeah, like it's been a year, like you can get your own, right? I mean, that's my humilde opinion, como tú dices.
Sí. Okay, here goes mine. And this one is crazy because it recently happened to me. A few months ago or 2 months ago, I think. So, I can see where he's coming from.
Pero
de todos modos vas a pagar tu Netflix, tu Hulu, tu Pandora, lo que sea. De todos modos lo vas a pagar, ¿verdad? Lo utiliza otra persona o no. And it's honestly, these apps, the money is so little, like it's not even like a big thing. But
question for you real quick. Is there a limit to how many people can have your password or how many devices you can use?
There is limits. I think in most apps there's a limit and it'll give you a warning like, oh, it has already been used. Do you want to log out of one of the devices? Something like that.
Okay, so now continue with your answer.
So
we'll go back to this.
When it happened to me, I don't think like it bothered me, but it is very interesting because I'm the type of person that I don't like taking advantage of other people. So I don't think I would have, como dice, the audacity. Like if you let me borrow your Netflix account and I use it for so fucking long, I don't even pay for it. The prices went up on Netflix recently.
I wouldn't ask for the new password.
I wouldn't ask for the new password.
Oh man, I signed for
like,
my Netflix.
So ahora me toca abrirme mi own Netflix account. So I can see where he's coming from. I think it's more the audacity than...
I think it's the audacity of asking for the new password. Like, it's like a conchudote, you know? Like,
sí, I'm not like conchudo way. Like, what the fuck? You know?
But like I said, I wouldn't mind if it was like a really good friend of mine.
I don't think it would be a really good friend if you're concerned. Because if my best friend asked for it...
Yeah.
And I don't think I would be like, damn, this bitch is taking advantage. And I'd be like, yeah, but
I'm not gonna lie, I was using my friends for a while. Listen, I was using my friends' Apple Music, but then I noticed that like it got canceled, and I wasn't like, give me your password or like give me your like. She add me on the plan, right?
I think que eso es lo que molesta. No tanto que utilicen, because I've given my password to a lot of people. To my niece, to my nephew, to a friend. I've given my password to people. Like I won't be like all stingy, like, oh my god, you can't have my password. Yeah. But I think that you don't even think about it anymore, and then you change your password or you cancel the service or lo que sea, lo que tú quieras. And then to be like, damn, bitch, a whole year later you want to come and ask me for my shit? Like, okay.
I got my own. Apple Music now, okay? Just letting you guys know.
No le quedó.
I'm paying for it. But I did appreciate that she let me, like, so.
It happens, it happens. So, en mi muy humilde opinión, para la otra, dile que no. Si
Yeah.
te molesta, si te molesta.
Be like, ¿sabes qué? I have other users. No le cobras, but be like, I have other people, family members. Hazles una excusa. Or you don't even have to be like, excusa. Just tell them straight up. Be like, it's time for you to get a new account. Yeah.
Cóbrale. Dile, mándale un mensaje y dile, yeah, that'll be $10.
Girl, pero eso va a ser más like, lo vas a tener que acarrear para ganar los fucking $10 a month.
That's probably gonna stop somebody. Somebody's gonna be like, I'm not saying no fucking $10. All right, then boo and give me my password. So yeah, those are really good questions, guys. Make sure that if you guys have any questions, if you guys need any advice or anything like that, you guys can send those over. Again, you guys can DM us on Instagram, Spanglish por favor. Make sure you guys also follow our TikTok page, Spanglish por favor. My personal one on Instagram, if you guys want to follow me, is @officialmarywagner. And on TikTok is @marywagner. El tuyo is?
Instagram is @caro_m. And I always forget my TikTok.
Damn it. I'll have to tag her. I'll tag her and you guys can.
It's because I wish I was like,
we need to write
so
it
into
down
TikTok
somewhere.
like Mary. Like, I want to get in her level, that's.
Stop.
But like, I'm not. I just go there. I would want to post more stuff on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, it gives me anxiety because I have to. Yes, girl. Because you have. Okay, I'm creative in other outlets, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm a makeup artist, so that's where
that's where your creativity
right?
comes in.
I mean, I feel like sometimes I have good ideas for videos, and I feel like sometimes that could be funny. But like the fact of like sitting down, recording, editing it, posting it, captioning it, like it's too much for me.
I love it.
Yes,
I
wish I had it in me, but
I love it so much
that
that it's a business now.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I do content creation for businesses. Lo vuelvo a decir, es la segunda vez que lo digo, but I'm gonna keep saying it because I'm so proud of myself.
Holla at your girl.
So you guys can holla at me. Yeah, you guys can let me know if you guys want any services. I do content creation for small businesses. I'll do the videos. TikTok is really like my major.
It is, dude. She was like talking.
Sí, yo te enseño.
Thank you.
But TikTok, but you can also share those on Instagram, or I can help you guys with Instagram. Instagram se me hace muy aburrido, por eso yo creo, like, I don't focus on it.
I love Instagram. That's I love Instagram.
Do you?
And I put more stories in there because to me it's easy. Like, take a picture, like, of my work. Take a picture of my work in my stories. It takes me a little bit minute to, like, post an actual post on my IG.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like it. I feel like I interact with more people in there.
And
I don't have any followers on TikTok.
Y tú me enseñas.
Perfect.
On Instagram, because I'm horrible at like taking pictures.
I'll take ownership of the Spanish por favor Instagram.
Yes,
TikTok.
I'll take care of the TikTok.
Yes.
But this was fun. We'll do this again when you come back from Chicago. Nos puedes contar todos tus chismes de Chicago.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait, dude.
I bet. When do you leave? Monday. I'm kind of sad, guys, because I always go get my lashes done. I don't know if you guys can see my lashes. You guys probably can't. But I go every 2 weeks. Estoy exactamente 2 weeks.
What's that now? 3
weeks.
I know. You get addicted. I just got my lash fill too. And it's gonna be my 3 weeks.
And your eyebrows
when I come back.
Pretty too.
Oh, thank you. My sister.
And your hair.
I got like a question over there. He said, ¿cuáles son los otros tipos de negocios? Like, as far as...
So I just did a promo video for locally Abuela's Tacos. I'm gonna go ahead and shout it out because she already broke the news anyways. But she got a second stand at the Allegiant Stadium, the Raiders Stadium, and I did 2 promo videos for her. So I did her promo videos. We're gonna do a lot more for her inside of the stadium once the games do start. I'm gonna do a promo video for Caro.
What?
Yes, I'm gonna do that one for free though.
Oh, nice. I want it.
But you guys can like hit me up. I am working with like 2 other small business owners. No me gusta decir mucha información porque todavía no les he creado nada y I like for them to post it first before I do. Like I try to respect that for them first. This is something new that I'm starting, honestly, because I've been doing it on TikTok for a long time for myself. I just create videos for fun. And Garo's actually one of the people that are like, you should charge, dude. And so I was like,
girl, make that a business. Like, I feel like you should. Like, it's different now, I feel like, because there's so many more creative jobs out there, you know, that there was before. Cuando no teníamos none of this fucking social media. Like,
true.
This was a non-existent.
Pinche commercials después de la news.
Yes.
Commercials.
Yeah, comerciales. But now, like, you could do that.
Yeah, and the good thing about the videos that I make is I do give you a raw version, so you don't have any music in the background. You can post that same video on Instagram, you can post that same video on Facebook or any other of your apps that you have for your business. I siempre digo que voy a cobrar por un video, pero si puedo aventar un segundo because there's a second creative idea that I have, then I'll do that as well. And I try to include as much information. The information that I always include on my videos are information that you want your customers or your listeners or your viewers to know about your business. So yeah, so much fun.
Yes.
So much fun. So nos vamos a despedir, guys. Caro se nos va para Chicago. Cuando regrese para atrás, we'll do another podcast so podamos chismear.
Yes, guys, please send us any topics you guys want us to talk about, questions. Don't be shy. We like to talk.
Yes, we do. So the more you guys give us, the more we can talk.
Yes.
We'll see you guys next time. Again, make sure you guys are following both our TikTok and our Instagram profile. Can you do Facebook? I hate Facebook.
I hate Facebook, guys. I don't even look. I don't go in there anymore.
It's very rare when I go in there. I opened up a page for us, Spanglish Por Favor podcast. Pero no me gusta Facebook. Like, it gives me so much anxiety. So right now, guys, we don't have shit on Facebook. But you guys can definitely follow us on Instagram, Spanglish Por Favor, y también on TikTok, Spanglish Por Favor. Anybody that tags us, if you guys are in our lives, whether it's Instagram or on TikTok, you guys can tag us. You guys can do screenshots. You guys can do screen recording.
Yes,
you guys can tag us and we'll repost you guys.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're out. Adiós. Los queremos mucho. Besitos a todos los que nos están mirando en TikTok, a todos los que nos están no te vas a caer. Yo ahorita casi me caía también. I think I'm gonna bring our own chairs so that they're
I know.
Alright, guys, we love you guys. Los queremos
Thank you
mucho.
for joining.
Adiós.
Este fue otro episodio de Spanglish Por Favor. You can find us on TikTok and Instagram @Spanglish Por Favor. Gracias, hasta la próxima.